Hi there, it's Heather from Free State Nutrition. I'm here today because I want to talk to you about something that's maybe a little boring, maybe a little a little stereotypical dietitian talk, but important. Fiber. And the reason I want to talk about fiber is most people are not getting enough, and I think there's lots of reasons for that, but maybe we've gotten away from it for a lot of reasons because of maybe the convenience of more processed foods that have less fiber, or maybe preference, or um, we just don't appreciate the importance and the value of it, or how to eat it in a way that's comfortable for our bodies. So, first, I want to start with some of the benefits of fiber. And what I mean is the benefits of eating foods that contain fiber, not necessarily like Metamucil and Fiber One bars, but like foods that naturally have fiber in them. The studies are done on those foods for the most part. And if you can't eat those foods, then sure, there are other ways to sort of supplement your fiber intake because it's that important. But ideally, you're getting it from food. So here are the reasons, here are the benefits, I should say, of getting enough fiber. Less chronic illness. So people who eat foods that contain more fiber have less chronic illness. They live longer and they live healthier. Um, they have lower cholesterol. They have lower blood pressure. They have, better heart health. Their diabetes management is better, or maybe they don't have diabetes. Lower cancer risk, and better GI function. Lower GI, yeah, maybe the whole GI really, but yeah, it's pretty important at the lower end of the GI system. So, how how much we need is often a question. For kids, there's just a cute little formula you can use where you add their age plus 5. And there's how much fiber, how many grams of fiber they need. For adults, it's like 25 to 35 grams. And I forget the average, is it like 10 to 15 grams or something people get on average? So we're pretty low. We're pretty much like eating half the amount that we need or less. So, yeah, we're really not doing a good job here. Here are the places where you can get fiber. So you're probably thinking about fruits and vegetables, which is true. Fruits and vegetables do contain fiber. But keeping in mind that 25 to 35 grams, fruits and vegetables only have a couple grams at the most in a serving. So if that's your main place to get fiber, you're probably going to be short. Okay. So then, sort of tangentially, I guess, I don't know. Legumes, beans, lentils, these kind of things. They have a lot of fiber. I sometimes will count them in the vegetable category just because, people aren't eating enough vegetables. And if you like beans, then hey, that's a good way to get your fiber and vegetable count if you're counting up how much vegetable you're eating. Then there's whole grains and, whole wheat bread, popcorn, whole grain pasta or whole grain cereals, Triscuits, barley, quinoa. There's all sorts of ancient grains like amaranth and what are those other guys? Freekeh. Yeah. Anyway, lots of grains out there. Brown rice, I guess, would be one, or whole wheat tortillas. Also potentially whole grain, or corn tortillas are also whole grain. And then there's nuts and seeds. Those are also places to get a little bit of fiber. So I just listed off like a whole bunch of stuff, right? Categories of foods. And And hopefully you can find stuff within each group that you like to eat, because this isn't just like, okay, I need to eat fiber, so now I'm going to eat all these things I'm going to eat the things that have the most fiber in them, right? But no, because you want to eat the things that also taste good to you. That's just as important as the amount of fiber. So don't forget taste, okay? And your preferences, right? So you may, within a group of foods like vegetables, you might have a preference for or against certain vegetables, and that's okay. You don't have to eat all of them. A variety is good, but if you really don't like, Brussels sprouts, then don't eat Brussels sprouts. There's lots of other vegetables out there. I'm sure you can find some that are acceptable. When you are eating more fiber in general, you really want to go slowly. Like if you count up your grams in a usual day and it's somewhere around 10 and you're trying to get up closer to 35, you need to go really slowly, like maybe 5 grams more in a day at the most or something. Go slowly and drink lots of water. I don't know if there's a scientific basis for this, but I tend to find that drinking the water first is helpful when you're, let's say you're going to eat some chili and you're not accustomed to eating a lot of beans. We know what happens. They cause gas and bloating, and it's not that fun. And so people think, oh, I can't eat beans because this is what happens to me. It's because you don't eat them all the time. But if you drink lots of water and then enjoy your chili, and then, find ways to incorporate beans in your regular, diet a few times a week, that won't happen to you. It'll just be normal. Your body will be used to it. Now, if any of this sounds like really stressful, or if it sounds counter to other recommendations you've gotten from your doctor, or, like dietary advice, and you're thinking, how am I even going to do that? Because I'm not supposed to eat this, or I only eat that, or whatever, like it doesn't fit. There are people like myself that can help you. You don't have to figure this stuff out. Sometimes these things sound really simple, and they are. Like what I'm saying isn't rocket science, like, eat fruits and vegetables and whole grains, and, like we know these things. But sometimes doing it is a whole different thing for lots of different reasons. And if you are finding that feels overwhelming to you for any reason, you should get some help, because this isn't it. Like this isn't like everything I do. I actually help people figure out how to make it work for them specifically. And I could do that for you. So reach out if I can help. So anyway, I hope you find this helpful. I appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you soon.